Oh, there you are, YouTube. We are going to do a random ranking, but this one's going to be a little bit different because I thought I pressed record earlier and I'd gone through all of these movies. I'd picked these movies and the phone was not recording. The camera was not recording. So you're not actually going to see me pick movies because I'm going to use these same movies that I picked earlier and was talking to the camera for about 7 minutes and then realized, uh-oh, I forgot to press record. I didn't forget, I don't know, I screwed up. I had it recording earlier, so I actually stopped recording rather than started recording. But these are the movies. As good as it gets. This is kind of weird because I just did this. I just did all of this, and I'm going to be doing it again. As good as it gets. Let's see, what's some good information? Jack Nicholson won Best Actor for this. Helen Hunt won Best Actress. I cannot remember if he was nominated or not. I always have this story that I remember. He was on a talk show, and he was either saying, he was either nominated or not, I can't remember right now, but he was saying something like, I didn't win or I didn't get nominated because there's this scene where I'm eating breakfast and I pick up a piece of bacon, get ready to eat it, but instead of eating it, I stab an egg and then eat the egg instead. And he thinks that's the reason he did not get an Oscar for this movie as a best supporting actor. And who knows, maybe that's what the Academy was looking at. They may not have liked that he ate that bacon. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe he stabbed the egg, didn't eat it, and then instead picked up bacon. Regardless, it was an eating mistake and a bad acting choice for eating that he thinks he did not win the Oscar. But yeah, this is a pretty good movie, and I think it might be, I'm probably wrong here, but it might be the last time a Best Actor and Actress won for the same film in like the same year. That may have happened again since, and it's just not coming to me, but I remember that was kind of like a big achievement for this movie. Why isn't Helen Hunt on the cover? Basically, he is sort of a bigot, jerk, you know, bad person, mean, doesn't want, I don't know, to, not a very kind person, and she makes him want to be a better man. You make me want to be a better man. You make me want to... I'm trying to do a Jack Nicholson impression and I'm not doing a good job. You know, that shouldn't be her job to make him a better man, but it happens. And yeah, it's a, you know, sweet little film. Next movie we have is Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street. This is a musical. This is Tim Burton. Is this Tim Burton's only musical? I think so. Like, directed, you know. He didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm trying to think. Other musicals. I fell asleep during Alice in Wonderland. So there could have been music in that. That's one of the few movies I've fallen asleep in the theater while watching. I think I've only fallen asleep for 3 movies. 3 or 4. And Alice in Wonderland was one of them. But yeah, I kind of like this one. I love the art direction. Who's in it? Sacha Baron Cohen, for some reason, I don't know. I think it's because I see him more as like a prankster and less of an actor. I know he's an actor, and what he's doing is acting, but he almost seems more like a performance artist to me than an actor. So whenever I see him in a movie, he just like stands out in a way that I don't like. It's like, I don't think you should be here. You're not an actor. I know he is, but I just think of him as like, you know, a public disturber or something. I don't know, a protester or I'm trying to think, like Tom Green, you know, or something like that. Andy Milonakis. I feel like he's like that, so it's weird to see him in a movie. But otherwise, I like this. I love the visuals. I think the music's pretty cool. Was this nominated for Best Picture? I can't remember. I'm having a tough time remembering what was and was not nominated. As the years go by and as you have kids and they are toddlers, they just melt your brain. But I do like this movie. Oh, and our third film right here AI. This is a collaborative project between Steven Spielberg and Stanley Kubrick, sort of. It's a Steven Spielberg film, but it was originally supposed to be a Stanley Kubrick film. He died and was not able to finish the project, but the way I understand it, it was like Steven Spielberg sort of picked up where he left off years later, many years later, and like used a lot of the same concept art, a lot of the notes, just everything that was sort of built by Kubrick, he carried over so that it was still in many ways in honor of him and in honor of his vision, while still being very much a Spielberg movie. I think, I don't know, I may be saying that Spielberg, you know, left more Kubrick in there than was actually left in there, but that's kind of the way I understand it. Like, he was really trying to hold on to Kubrick's vision and, you know, incorporating it into his film. I feel like this was a movie that was slow to getting respect. I feel like people weren't on it right away, but it seems like over the years people are sort of digging this film more, which I think is great. I'm glad people are jumping on board to knowing that this is a fantastic movie. I love it. I think it's great. Haley Joel Osment is wonderful in it. I think everybody's wonderful in it. This is a good movie. But how do we rank these? This is kind of tough because I really like all of these movies. So what do I do? What do I do here? I think I like this is when it gets hard, because a lot of times there's an obvious third. It's like, okay, I love these two, but this one I don't, so I know what to put at the end. Here I don't know what to put at the end. I think I know what's going to be number 1, but 2 and 3 is where I am having some trouble. What's your guess? What is your guess for third? Actually, I mean, I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure this out. Okay. Love all 3 of these movies. How does one pick the best one? Okay, we got to do this. We got to be cutthroat. Can we be cutthroat? Okay. You know what? I'm going to start with number 1 just so I don't have to think about it anymore. This is number 1. Okay, sci-fi fantasy, usually going to be number 1 just because that's my favorite genre, so I'm just kind of biased. You know, it's just kind of like, yeah, I love this. It's not every time, but a lot of times. So, plus Steven Spielberg's my favorite director. I like when he's doing sci-fi especially, so this is number 1. But what do we do with 2 and 3? Art direction over here, or just a movie that I like to watch. Like, I used to just put this on in the background to like fall asleep to. Not in a bad way, like it's so boring you fall asleep to it. It's just a nice, not loud movie. There is a dog in it though, right there. That you can... Where's Helen Hunt? Why isn't she on the cover? It's a nice movie that you can just like have on and not be too bothered by. This one, I love the art direction. I think it's a really cool Tim Burton movie. I love that he, you know, did a musical. I'm trying to think, has he done any other musicals? I don't think so. But yeah, I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, number 1. I think this is what I'm going to have to do. This is a difficult thing here. Like, this is my clear winner right here, but these two, it's very difficult. I don't know how I want this to go. I think I'm going to go... okay. While I love the visuals, I'm not always in the mood to watch this one. I can almost always be in the mood to watch this one. Like, if somebody were like, want to watch this? I'd be like, yeah. Want to watch Sweeney Todd? You know, maybe not today, but, you know, if it was, you know, not as sunny, or, you know, if it were raining, maybe. But I think I could watch As Good As It Gets, rain or shine, anytime. So I think that's what creates this order. The fact that I can always watch As Good As It Gets, but not always watch Sweeney Todd. But here's the other thing. I don't think I could always watch this. I won't always be in the mood to watch it, but it still is my favorite and what I consider the best of the 3. Here we go. AI as good as it gets, and Sweeney Todd. That's my ranking. Have you seen these movies? What do you think of them? Do you like our AI? Like, do you think that's a good Spielberg movie? You know, I'd love to know. Do you think this is a good Tim Burton movie? I don't even know who directed this movie, but I watch it. It was directed by James L. Brooks. Is this a good James L. Brooks movie to you? I'd love to know. If you've seen all three of these movies, how would you rank them? That's another thing I'd love to know. You know, let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Let's rank movies together. And on that note, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.